Hi, this is just a quick little video that I'm doing just so that you can see the tool that I've been building for the profile tool is now fitted on the cross slide of the lathe, and as you can see, hopefully, the elastic band is not very tight. It's quite free really. I can pull it back, so you can see that the dovetail is quite nice. The next thing that I have to do is to design some kind of a fixture that's going to go around this horizontal bar, which allows me to move my tailstock along parallel with the bed. That's that. A couple of mistakes I made on this, and I kind of put it down to working things out in my mind instead of double checking with drawings. I would have noticed it, I'm pretty sure, if I'd have done a drawing. But when I put the two step pins underneath this base that aligns the tool in the T-slots, and it means that I don't have to square anything up, that automatically squares things up, and then I just nip the T-slots up, the T-nuts. I put the pins too close to the locking screws, the clamping screws, and so with the T-nuts I had to grind away quite a substantial amount so that the end of each T-slot is very close to the tapped hole in the T-nuts. So that was one mistake I made. And another mistake I made was, I'll try and show you. This morning I came in the shop with the intention of let's get this off. I hope I can show you. Okay, that's that. Take this off. Now, in order to clamp I'm gonna lower this camera down. Let's see. I'll lower it down now. That's better. I had it up high. In order to clamp the tool holder onto the dovetail and to lock it in a position to bring the tool bit up to center height, I had to put a slot in this dovetail right here. Let's put this down, and yeah, if you can see the dovetail, that's the dovetail and that's the slot. That was to enable me to tighten up the tool holder in any position according to the center of the spindle. And so I decided to put everything into the vise rather than slide this off. I put the whole thing in the vise with this sitting upright in the vise, and I started milling the slot. Now I tightened up the vise, but it wasn't tight enough, and it was only clamping on this face and this face. So what happened was that it started to twist in the vise, and it came up like at an angle. It started to climb up like that. I nearly scrapped the whole thing. Anyway, it dug a great big, or it was all dug out in the bottom of the slot here, where it had actually climbed and went deeper and deeper, until I noticed it. And I didn't notice it at first. There was no noise, everything was cutting fine. So anyway, what I had to do was I put it back in the vise excuse me, and recut the slot deeper by 87 thou actually, and I had some stainless steel plate that was 85 thou thick, so I made an insert in there which brought the bottom face up to its original depth. It would have been if that hadn't happened. So that's a hidden, I guess you could say it's a hidden mistake underneath that plate. It's okay now, it's flat, but of course it was much deeper. So that was the other mistake that happened, and but in the end everything worked out fine. I've actually put a feeler gauge underneath this sliding block to see how much clearance I had between the bottom of the sliding block and the face of the cross slide, and I got 2 thou. So that worked out okay. My next job now is to come up with some design that is going to fit on here, but I'm going to have to make it so that it drops on and I can lock it, because I don't want anything on this bar when I'm not using the profiler, and I guess I won't be using it very much. I need all the room for my tailstock, which attaches on here. So I've got to design something that's going to fit on there and allow me to place a template or a forming plate on this fixture that I'm going to make on there, and in turn I'm going to have to attach something to this sliding plate, some form of extension where it will follow the contour of whatever I wish to copy, and so that's my next step. Other than that, everything has kind of turned out okay. It seems to be working fine so far, and so this will be a process that I'll be carrying on with and hopefully make some videos for anybody to follow along. So that's it for now. Thank you.